Hey guys, and welcome back. So we're going to start off with priming the face. I'm going to use the elf blemish control face primer, and it's the one that kind of looks green in the bottle. I'm going to apply this in my entire face just to prep the skin, so when I go in with the foundation it applies nice and smoothly. So now that the face is nice and primed, I'm going to start off with the NYX Total Control Drop Foundation, and this one is in the shade Vanilla. So I am going to do a dead bride Halloween makeup look, and I want to look as dead and pale as possible. So I went down maybe like 3 to 4 shades. This is the only you could say light foundation that I have. So I took my Real Techniques damp beauty blender, and I'm going to start blending that out. You can always go in with a white base or white paint, but this was my preference and it's actually the only thing that I had in hand. But if you want to feel free of using paint or white base, then go ahead. So now that I already blended that foundation out and I look pale as snow, I didn't realize how white I looked. I'm going to take a whiter foundation. I don't know, but this is the LA Girl Pro Coverage HD High Definition Illuminating Foundation. It basically makes your foundation lighter. If you buy a shade that's a little bit too dark, you just, put a pump of this and mix it, and it'll actually make the foundation a lot lighter. So I'm going to place this in the areas where I usually will highlight, and I want that part to be more bright. So that'll be under the eyes and the T-zone, in my chin, and on the bridge of my nose. So you want to blend this out, because if you don't, it's a little thick and it can become cakey and kind of clench on your dry patches or any big large pores that you have. But yeah, just try to blend it out the most you can, but not so much so the white, you could say like highlights, can actually appear, and that part is the part that we want to be more bright. So I'm going to grab now the BH Cosmetic Contour and Blush palette, and I'm going to use with the Real Techniques sponge that white shade that you guys see right there. I'm going to set where you can basically say where we highlighted, right in the center of the face, because that's the place where I want it to like stand out the most. So I'm going to just set that part with a white powder. So now I'm going to set the rest of the face, and I'm going to use the Rimmel London Match Perfection Silky Loose Face Powder and Transparent, just to set the rest of my face with the Real Techniques sponge as well. So moving on to the eyes, I'm going to take a Wet n Wild on Edge long wearing eye pencil and to my tang. It's basically just a black matte eyeliner, and I'm going to apply this all over my lid, and I'm going to kind of stop around like the eye socket area, like around the crease. I'm not going to bring it no more further than that. And then I'm going to take the Morphe, give me 1 minute, Morphe M173 brush. It's just a big fluffy brush, and I'm going to just start blending that out, bringing it a little bit towards the crease. So that brush wasn't really working for me, so I just took another Morphe N578 brush. It's a lot more smaller and more, compressed, so I can get those edges and start buffing it out. Now that everything is blended, I'm going to take the Karity, I'm hoping I'm saying that right, the Karity Cosmetics 21 Height Pigment Matte Eyeshadows, and I'm going to use the same brush that we used earlier with that black eyeshadow. It's called this Turbo. I hope I'm saying that right, but yeah, I'm setting it with that black eyeshadow, and I'm applying it everywhere where that black eyeliner is at, just to set it, and blending it out at the same time. So I'm packing in while I'm blending the edges. So I'm just here, just cleaning up a little bit of the dust of the eyeshadow. You will mess up, and if you do, it is okay. You can always go back and fix it, but yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. So going back in with that Karity matte palette, I'm going to grab that gray color right there on the top, and I'm going to grab just a BH Cosmetic 5 brush. It came in a bundle, and I'm going to start excuse me, I'm going to start blending that in my crease. I want to create shadow, but at the same time blend out any harsh lines that I could have with that black that we put in earlier. So yeah, I'm just blending out the edges with that gray, at the same time giving it a little bit of more definition and more of like a dead look. And I'm also grabbing that brown as well with the same brush and just applying it in the same spot where I applied that gray, like I said, to just give in that dead vibe type of look. So I'm gonna I'm going to grab that BH contour and blush palette, and I'm going to use a Morphe R14 brush. I like this brush to contour a lot. Oops, and it just fell. I'm going to grab it, and I'm going to apply that brown color on my hollows of my cheeks, like if I was contouring. I'm going to start building up like a brownish, muddy type of look. So I'm basically just applying this brown everywhere where I normally will contour or bronze at, just to give a little bit more, just to give color back to my skin, so I won't look so dead. I mean, this is a dead bride tutorial, right? But anyways, I'm so corny. So yeah, I'm just blending that out normally wherever I will contour. Going back in with that matte eyeshadow palette, and I'm grabbing all those 3 colors that I used on my crease. Just dab, dab, and dab. Dab it. Get it? Dab. And I'm basically going to put that color right on top of that brown contour, you must say, just to give it, like I said, more like that gray, dirty, bit in dirt type of dead vibe. So, whoa, I apply a little bit too much there. But yeah, I'm basically just going over the same steps that I did previously. I'm going in with a BH stippling brush. I'm just going to blend out a little bit because I went ham on that gray and black color. Like, what? But anyways, yeah, I'm just blending it out, just making sure it don't look patchy or anything like that, because when you tend to mix those colors with a white base, for some reason, it was kind of looking patchy once I blended out. But yeah, I'm blending everything out, making sure everything is nice and even. So now with the under eyes, so now to create shadow, I'm going to take the Morphe G40 brush and that same eyeshadow palette that we grabbed earlier. I'm going to take that gray color and I'm going to start placing it under the eyes in like in a circular motion, but going a little bit past the temples. And I'm going to start picking up little product at a time. I'm going to start building it up little by little, giving it like that grayish old effect kind of look. And I'm going to start blending it from the in part of my, you can say where the nose area is at, to the back. And I'm going to start sweeping it back and forth until it's the color that I want it to be. Going back in with that stippling brush just to blend everything out. Make sure everything is nice and blended. There's no patchiness. There's no, other parts darker than others. Just make sure everything is nice and blended. So going back in with that matte palette, I'm going to start going in with the brown just to start making it look more muddy and more, dirt type of look. This is a dead bride Halloween tutorial, so you want to look as, dead as possible. I'm going in with a smaller brush. It's from Real Techniques. If I don't get to tell you guys all the names of the brushes. I'll leave it down in the description box below, so please check that out. So I went in with the black a little bit combined with the gray, and I started going in the inner corners of my eyes on the top, just to start making it look more darker and more, you could say, dead looking. So as you can see, we start looking more dead and dirty and muddy. So I'm just taking that same brush and with those same 3 colors, just kind of contouring my nose a little bit, just so it can look, you know, a little bit more defined and slim and dead-like. So going back in with that Real Techniques sponge, and whatever product is remaining, I'm just going to just clean the center of my nose just to make it more, you know, clean and defined. And just touching up in any places that I want to look darker and have more, you know, shadow. So just going back in with the same colors back and forth. I'm going to also apply a little bit under my lips. And you'll see I'll apply a little bit in other places as well. I'm going to take that same Wet n Wild black eyeliner and just apply it in my waterline. I want that part to be very, very dark, so I'm just going to just just line my waterline with the black eyeliner. And with a small detailed brush, I know it's from Morphe, I'm not sure which one it is. I just have so many brushes right now in front of me, but I'm just basically going back in with those 3 same colors, the black, the brown, and the gray, and I'm just going to start smudging that liner out just to make it more smoky, more dead. That's what we're going for. I'm going to go in with the LA Girl. They don't have a number or a name. That sucks, but it's just a small, precise blending brush, and I'm going to take a little bit of that reddish color on that same Karity palette, and I'm just going to put it a little bit under my eyes, a little bit lower where I smudged out that liner. I'm going to start applying it there. I want a little bit of that red looking sick type of dead. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying, but yeah, I'm just placing it and just smudging it out with the same brush that had those 3 other colors and just making it as smoky as possible. And we're looking dead already. So I'm going to take the Jaclynhillxmorphe palette, and I'm going to take any red, bright, metallic or shimmery shadow. It don't have to be this palette, it can be any, but just kind of looks similar to the red, and I'm just going to pop that in the center of my eyelid just to give it a little bit of pop of color. You know, even though we're dead, we can still look all glam and sexy. Why not, right? But yeah, I'm just placing that in the center of my eyelid. Going back in with that black and a smaller brush, same brush as we used earlier, and I'm just going to start blending that out, making sure that there's no harsh line in between that black and that red. So make sure all those edges are nice and blended. So for the eyebrows, sorry if I'm all over the place, but that's just who I really am. I don't have a routine of doing things. I just do whatever I feel like I should do first. But I'm going to take the same Wet n Wild eyeliner, and I'm going to use a eyebrow pencil, a eyebrow brush. Where the hell do you see a pencil? Anyways, an eyebrow brush, and I'm going to do my eyebrows like I normally do. I wanted it to be black because I want it to be intense, and I want it to look creepy and spooky, and nothing is really more spookier than black, jet black eyebrows, right? I'm going to start smudging it out with the spoolie, and it kind of gives it like a gradient effect of like dark to light. So that's what I'm doing. with that same eyebrow brush, I'm going back in with that gray that we've been using this entire time, and I'm going to apply that also in my brows. I want it to kind of look, the eyebrows to look old, you know, like dead looking. So I applied a little bit, kind of worked out, and looked very nice. It kind of gave it a gradient effect of dark to light. Going back in with that Wet n Wild eyeliner, and I used a Zoeva 305 fine liner brush, but I ended up switching it up. You guys will see I was not filling the brush at all. Maybe it was because I didn't clean it or something like that, but it was so hard to make what I was trying to do. I'm kind of mimicking veins in my eyes, and it was so hard with this brush, so I just decided to switch it. So you see, I just started getting frustrated. I couldn't deal with it anymore, so I just went in with a NYC eyeliner. I love this eyeliner, and unfortunately I can't find it anywhere. But I'm going to take that eyeliner and I'm just going to go over those mimic veins that I created in my face, and just going to make them a little bit more dark and intense. So as you can see, I'm just mimicking veins with the eyeliner everywhere I feel like it will kind of look cool. So you can place them anywhere. You can put more, do a little less, add one or two. It's all your preference and how you want the look to come out. So I really didn't know what I was doing. I was just going with the flow. So going back in with that Wet n Wild liner, I'm going to underline and fill in my lips with the liner. I'm going to take the edge of the pencil liner and kind of make my mouth a little bit longer from the corners, from the outer corners, and then fill them in. That kind of gives it like a creepy, you know, effect. So after lining my lips with the lip liner, I'm going to take this liquid lipstick. It's from Wet n Wild's the Mega Liquid Catsuit, and this one is called Missy and Fierce. It's like a bright red lip color. I'm going to apply this in the center of my lips, in the bottom center, and then on the top, and then on the inner gap, I'm going to place that there. It gives it like a 3D effect of, you know, black and red. So I liked how that looked. I'm going to take a little bit of that red lipstick and apply it on my hand, and then I'm going to take I don't know what brush I used, but I'm pretty sure it's like, oh, it's the brush we used earlier. Okay, that earlier Zoeva brush, and I'm going to start mimicking like bloody veins coming down from under my eyes, just to give it a little bit of a pop of a color, and it just makes it look a little bit more, you know, Halloweenish. I don't know what word to use, but yeah, just applying some under the corners of my eyes, on the bottom of my lip, as like I just ate something. Starting to look like a vampire look. But anyways, y'all get the memo. Just apply it in any places where you guys feel like it should have some color. I'm such a monkey. I'm going to curl my lashes. I'm going to add some mascara, and the mascara that I used was the Wet n Wild-lash Renegade. I don't know how you say that, but yeah, it's the new one that I found, and I really like it. It's not bad for $5. It actually does do the job. It makes it look nice and, you know, spidery. I like lashes like that look very full. So it gives me both like that full length and dark on the lashes, but yet making it wispy. I really, really like this mascara. You should guys check it out. And also applying some mascara on the bottom lashes. So the lashes I'm using are from Kiss, and they are the Flutterful and Fierce Halloween edition lashes. I love these lashes. They were very wispy and very comfortable. And hey, who said that you can't slay when you're dead? Wow. I suck doing sound effects. Anyways, I'm going to do now my neck so it can kind of combine my face. So I'm basically applying the same foundation and the same powder and everything, like the same routine that we did in the face. We're going to do it on the neck and on my hands. So I pass forward to this just because we're doing the same thing. I'm just adding a little bit of foundation in that white color just to make the hand, kind of the same color of my face. And I'm basically just doing the veins and putting those 3 colors that we used. That was the gray, black, and brown. And just basically applying it in the neck so it can look like very muddy and dirty, like we just came from the grave, So just applying a little bit more of that red Wet n Wild lipstick so it can look, nice and vibrant. We're gonna go to the hair, the fun part. We're just gonna put it down. It's already combed and everything. I'm going to just play with it a little bit, why not? Then I'm gonna take a comb and I'm going to start teasing it. I want it to look as messy as possible. The type of look that I'm pretty much all of us can relate when we wake up in the morning. But yeah, I'm just teasing everything, making it poofy and very dead. It looked like we've been, sleeping for a long time. So now the veil. I found this veil in Rite Aid and it was really inexpensive. There you go. I'm just applying it and then I'm going to get some, what is this? Some fake blood spray. I'm going to spray a little bit on top of the hand that we covered up with foundation and all that good stuff. And then I'm going to just start smudging it all over my hands and applying a little bit on my neck, on the bottom of my jawline. Like we just finished eating a good delicious meal. But yeah. And basically that's it for this dead bride Halloween makeup look. I hope you guys enjoy. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well as that little bell so it can notify you guys when I upload a video. And please don't forget to check me out on my social media. And I hope you guys have a great Halloween. And until next time, I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.